Hi, my name is James. I'm a knee, foot and ankle specialist, and today I'm going to talk you through Asics' latest shoe, the Gel-Nimbus 26, and why I think it's the softest and most comfortable shoe of any of their models yet. So, I think this shoe can be used for daily walking or for running, and I'm going to talk you through when it works best for each of those scenarios. First of all, we're going to talk about the drop, so that's the difference from the back to the front of the shoe. So as you can see, it's a highly cushioned shoe. In the back of the shoe, so the rear foot, you got 41.5 millimeters, and in the front you got 33.5 millimeters, making an 8 millimeter drop. So why that's important is a couple of things. So if you're walking, if you have a higher drop, then it shortens your Achilles, takes the pressure off that, but you have to be aware that it puts extra pressure on the forefoot, so if you have any issues with a bunion or forefoot pathologies like that, although you can make up for it by a couple of features in the shoe, which I'll talk to you about later. So it's a maximalist cushion shoe. It's got Asics FF Blast Plus cushioning, and it's got the pure gel cushioning in it inside that runs all the way along the shoe. And that means that it's a couple of things, so slightly different than the New Balance 1080 in terms of it gives a little bit of a bounce back. So as you apply pressure to it, it tends to spring you back. So it feels like you're walking on a cloud, but also gives you that little bit of pulsion forward. That's also facilitated by its rocker that it has in the front. So it doesn't have a toe spring, which is great. So a lot of rockers have a toe spring which holds your toes a little bit extended, which can be a little bit uncomfortable. This has a relatively neutral forefoot, but it has this rocker that comes in on the cushioning, and that just allows it to propulse forward as you walk, really giving you that nice energetic movement while you walk. Then in terms of the upper, you've got a woven upper, which is really nice, padded and comfortable. You've got a little bit of cushioning in the tongue, so it's not completely loose, and it's gazetted, so it doesn't move side to side. Then you've got a nice bit of cushioning around the heel counter, and you've got this nice slip-on tag that makes it nice and easy to slip on, as well as a tag on the tongue. In terms of fit, it's typically a true to size fit, and it's a little bit wider in the forefoot, so that makes it really comfortable even if you've got a slightly wider foot. Then in terms of stability, despite all the extra cushioning, it's quite a stable shoe. So it's got a wider base and a little bit of sole flare, so the wider base helps to give you more stability underfoot, and a little bit of sole flare means that a cushion flares out a little bit underneath where your foot sits, again adding to that stability. And it's got a centered heel bevel. So at the back it's beveled upward a little bit, but it's kept quite centered, so it doesn't tilt one way or the other. So it's what we call a neutral stable shoe. So the base of the shoe is relatively neutral. It's got some features like the sole flare and the side walls that give you a little bit of extra stability to maximize the extra cushioning that they put in there. So the only potential downside is the weight. So it's 303 grams if you're a men's size 9 US, 261 grams if you're women's size 8 US. Otherwise, it's a super cushioned shoe, super soft. Gives you a little bit of spring when you walk or you run. If you're looking to use it for runs, we typically recommend for recovery runs or nice easy runs, whereas if you're looking to walk, it gives you that little bit of extra spring back that some of the other cushion shoes on the market don't provide. An excellent shoe overall, and one that we'd highly recommend. And if you have any questions on it, leave them in the comment section. If you found the video helpful, do like and subscribe to the channel. We've got loads of shoe content.